Welcome back. Despite a tumultuous week in Washington, final preparations are underway for tonight's first and only vice presidential debate happening in Utah.
Yeah, here now to discuss what's going on in that Biden campaign. Let's welcome Symone Sanders, senior advisor to the Biden campaign. Thank you so much for being with us. And so much talk has been about, of course, this pandemic and what happened last week and what's happening at the White House. Of course, we know Joe Biden was on that stage last week with President Trump, and we know that President Trump has tested positive. So just first things first, how is the vice president, and has he shown any signs at all?
Thank you for having me this morning, TJ. Vice President Biden is doing well. He was campaigning yesterday in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. On Friday, he went to Miami, but before getting, Michigan, but before getting on that plane, he received 2 negative PCR tests. He was tested again on Sunday. It was also negative, and was tested again yesterday. So we're taking precautions. I'd like to remind folks that Vice President Biden and President Trump were well over 6 feet away from each other, 12 feet actually. And according to CDC guidance, Vice President Biden was not exposed, but we're taking every single precaution. And, you know, for us, the president's diagnosis is not political at all. It's not about politics. Rather, we view this as a bracing reminder that the virus is real, and we all have to take precautions, and we have to take this seriously.
But Symone, despite what you said there, I know they never got closer than 6 feet, but according to the WHO and according to the CDC, there is new evidence now about this aerosolized virus. He was exposed. He was inside 12 feet, 10 feet away from someone indoors who we know has the virus. And they still, the recommendation still would be to quarantine for 14 days. So do you all acknowledge that there's still a chance the vice president could still, because of the incubation period, could still end up positive?
Well, TJ, I want folks to know at home that we are taking every single precaution, and we're consulting with medical professionals. You know, we are not engaging in a testing regimen on our own without the consultation and guidance of health professionals and the experts. And so, you know, we're working with those folks, and those folks are saying that we're doing everything we're supposed to do. We're taking every precaution. But TJ, you never know. But the best way to prevent you know, the spread of COVID-19 is to do what I'm doing and wear a mask. That's why you see Vice President Biden wearing a mask when he's out. He did not wear a mask on that debate stage. But again, we believe that they were properly socially distant on that debate stage and that the vice president was not exposed. So we're going to continue to consult with our healthcare professionals. And we're going to continue to take every single precaution that we can, model good behavior, wear masks, continue to wash our hands, social distance. And we're wearing masks everywhere. You know, I'm wearing my mask right now inside. There are folks in the studio with me. We're wearing masks in cars, on planes, because we want to be safe, TJ. So I just implore everyone at home to take this virus seriously, because COVID-19 doesn't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent. And so tonight on that debate stage, I know we're going to get to talk about that, but the COVID czar, the head of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, Mike Pence, will be there with Senator Harris. And we expect questions to come up about the administration's handling of COVID-19, and Senator Harris will really present the case for how the Trump-Pence administration has failed the American people.
Symone, I want to ask you about your campaign strategy in these final few weeks. This is obviously an election like no other. President Trump right now under quarantine. He's not able to go out and hold those rallies that have fueled his base that Vice President Joe Biden has been able to do. How has the president's illness changed your campaign strategy?
Well, I'll tell you, it's not political for us. You know, we wish the president well. Our thoughts and prayers are with him, the First Lady, everyone in the White House complex right now, frankly, and really everyone more than the 7 million Americans who have contracted COVID-19. Our thoughts and prayers are with the more than 200,000 the families of the more than 200,000 folks who have died from this virus. Those deaths did not have to happen. Coronavirus is real. And, you know, last week on the debate stage, President Trump mocked Vice President Biden for wearing a mask. The Trump campaign and Trump administration officials have mocked us for social distancing, for not holding the type of rallies and events that the president holds. But the reason we are doing that is because we are being safe. This virus is real. And so the best thing, you know, as Dr. Fauci has repeatedly said, as did Dr. Redfield from the CDC, The way to save folks between now and the end of the year, we can save 100,000 people if we just wear masks. So in our perspective, this race is still a choice. Tonight is still a debate, and this race is still happening, and it's a choice. And it's a choice between the leadership of Vice President Biden and his vision and Senator Harris, and frankly, the leadership that folks have seen over the last 4 years. So Vice President Biden and Senator Harris are going to continue to go out, make their case for why they should be elected, why Joe Biden should be the next president of the United States, because there are clear contrasts here. And we are going to continue to talk about those, whether it comes to health care, whether we're talking about the handling of COVID-19, the failure of this administration, whether we're talking about the economy. Everybody says that, it's a V-shaped economy, it's going up. But we have to ask folks at home, how are you feeling? Do you feel that this recovery is benefiting you? And the answer unequivocally is no.
Symone, let's talk about tonight's debate, given what I think most people would call, at the very least, a jarring debate that we saw between the president and the vice president. What advice has Vice President Joe Biden given Senator Harris about how to handle tonight's debate?
Well, if Vice President Biden were here, he'd tell you that Senator Harris doesn't need any advice. She served. She was the district attorney in San Francisco, former Attorney General of California, ran the second largest Justice Department, only second to the United States Department of Justice. She currently serves as a United States Senator, and we're so excited to have her on this ticket. Tonight, Senator Harris, although she will be debating Vice President Pence, she is going to go out there and talk about the failure of the Trump-Pence administration, but also she's going to talk to the folks at home, the American people, about Joe Biden and her bold vision for the future. She's not there to eviscerate Mike Pence. Okay, she is there to talk to the folks at home and really speak to them about their families, what Biden-Harris administration could do to better their lives, and what our plans are.
Do you expect to see interruptions and some of the back and forth that we saw in the presidential debate? Do you think this vice presidential debate will be significantly different or more of the same?
Well, I think, you never know. But what we are preparing for is a debate. Mike Pence is a really good debater. He's a former talk show host, so no one is underestimating him. We are coming in. Again, Senator Harris is going to speak to the American peoples. I'm sure there will be some moments tonight, and Senator Harris will be ready to engage in those moments. But at the end of the day, this is about the families, the people across this country who are hurting, who are tuning in tonight to hear a plan, to hear someone who is going to help them elevate the conversation and really turn the corner and talk about a vision for the future. And that's what Senator Harris is coming to do tonight. And she's ready. She's been prepping here in Salt Lake City with her team. And we're just looking forward to a good debate tonight. And we know Mike Pence is going to bring it, so Senator Harris will be ready as well.
Okay, we have to know, though, quickly, is she going to do this behind plexiglass? There's been the back and forth in the debate. So what's been settled?
What has been settled, as you all know, the Cleveland Clinic is in charge of the safety and health precautions for this debate. And so there will be plexiglass. I think you're seeing it right there on the screen on the stage. Look, the CDC guidance, and I would hope that Vice President Pence knows all about this, seeing that he is the head of the White House Coronavirus Task Force. CDC guidance notes that when feasible, plastic barriers should be installed. This is guidance for grocery stores, for businesses, for restaurants. And so I found it very interesting that, the Pence team, they thought they were fighting over plexiglass. But look, at the end of the day, we expect the Cleveland Clinic to do their job in keeping folks safe. We're going to adhere to the guidelines that they've set out. So we expect the Cleveland Clinic to do their job. And Senator Harris tonight, she's going to do hers.
We cannot wait for tonight. Of course, big night for the whole campaign, for both campaigns. So good to see you, Symone Sanders, Senior Advisor to the Biden campaign. Hope to see you plenty right back here with us over the next 27 days. All right?
Absolutely. I'll come back soon.
All right.
All right. And this programming note for everyone, be sure to catch all the debate action in Salt Lake City. It happens tonight, of course, right here at ABC News.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.